Guys, I am so happy to be back doing another question and answers video. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my most recent Get Ready With Me video, so today I'm going to be answering those questions. You guys always ask the best questions, but I was actually surprised that I didn't really get a whole lot of questions. Okay, this can't happen. Nah. I was surprised that I didn't get a whole lot of questions about moving, because I don't think I'm going to be doing another Q&A before I'm like already moved. I think, maybe, who knows. So if you have questions for me about my moving situation, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll link the vlog down below where my boyfriend and I announce where we're moving to and why we're moving and all that stuff. If you want to ask me questions about that, you're more than welcome to. I don't really have a whole lot of answers as of right now. Like, I still don't have a home come January. I'm homeless! Someone adopt me. I'm pretty transparent, I feel, on this channel. You pretty much know me as a person. Every time I film, my hair is disgustingly greasy. It's great. It's just traditional. So I'm going to start with the first question, which is, what camera do you use? And I use a Canon Rebel T3i. It's a nice camera. I bought it. It was like my, well, I wouldn't say it was like my first big purchase, but it was one of my bigger purchases that I've made. It was very expensive, and I do really like it. I think the only thing I would probably like do to change this situation is maybe get like a different lens. Which Hogwarts house are you in? Okay, so when Pottermore came out, if you don't know what that is, it's the website that J.K. Rowling kind of created so that fans of Harry Potter could become part of the world. And I didn't really like get so heavily into Pottermore. I think if I was younger, I probably would have. But I did do the test to see which house I would go in. And I got Slytherin, which like offended me. But then everyone else that did it in my family also got Slytherin and like friends and stuff. So I was like, hey, maybe this is like jacked up. When I've taken other tests, I've gotten Ravenclaw or Gryffindor. But I like seriously do the tests wanting Gryffindor as a result. But I think if I answered honestly, I would probably get Ravenclaw. That's a truth, homies. So it's hard for me to say because I would like to be in the same house as Harry Potter, obviously. But I think I'm not super brave or like courageous. Like if I got in a fight, I'd be like, let's solve this with words. And I feel like that's very Ravenclaw. So what do you feel most proud of so far in your life? I love these sorts of questions because I think sometimes when you watch someone on YouTube or even like you just see someone on the street, you can assume a lot of things about them. You can assume they have a better life than you. You can assume they have a worse life than you. You can assume all sorts of things. And I think sometimes when you see someone who's maybe a little bit older than you, you assume that they have it together in a lot of ways that you feel like you don't have it together. And I know that's not what this question is asking, but the reality is, like, I'm 20 years old and I really haven't achieved a whole lot in my life. And I'm okay with it because I think reality is, like, I'm only 20. I haven't really done anything that made a difference in the world for really anyone except for myself. So maybe getting into the university I'm going to right now is really an exciting moment. Reaching 10,000 subscribers was really huge for me YouTube-wise. That was like a big moment for me. And other than that, I think my proudest moments are still to come. Like as of right now, when I think back, like I think graduating high school is an achievement, but I'm not really proud of that. I think I'm just proud of who I am as a person more than like anything I've done. I think I am really well-rounded, and I think I'm a very stable young person. I have a lot of unstable friends who are very all over the place and don't really know who they are. And while that's not wrong to not know who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, I've always had direction in my life. I think that's something I'm proud of. I'm proud of the fact that I know what I want and I'm taking the steps to get it. So I think as much as that might not be the answer you're looking for, I think that might be my answer. Do you watch much TV or Netflix? And if you do, what's your favorite shows? I don't watch Netflix that much. I do, like, okay, I'm not the type of person that can sit down and watch something for like 5 hours. I can't sit still for that long, and for that reason I don't even really like movies that much because I feel like anxious at like the 45-minute mark. I'm like, oh snap. But on Netflix, I like to watch That 70s Show. That's just my like go-to if I want something to kind of binge watch. But by binge watch, I mean like 2 episodes and I'm kind of done. I love That 70s Show. Any cooking show. I also love any BBC program. Planet Earth is like my favorite. Blue Planet, I watched all that. It's about marine animals, which for the longest time when I was like from grade 4 to probably grade 8 or 9, I wanted to be a marine biologist. Then I realized that that entailed me doing chemistry, so I like dropped that pretty friggin' quick. I have like a very real obsession with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Orange County. Those are my 2 favorites. Can't get enough. What was your most embarrassing moment that happened to you during high school? Oh my gosh. I think I was like a walking embarrassment. Like anyone I was friends with would be like, oh God, what are you gonna do next? I'm clumsy, I am silly. I also just say what comes to my mind, like regardless of, like without thinking about the repercussions of saying it, which I wouldn't necessarily think is like a good attribute, but it makes life a little bit more entertaining for the people around me. I had like some really weird encounters with the opposite sex in high school. Like guys in high school are weird. I don't know like what your situation is if you're in high school. Like are they still as weird as they were when I was in high school? Because I had some really weird and embarrassing encounters with guys. Like we would talk over Facebook because that's what like people did. And then I'd go to the school the next day and they'd completely ignore me. I'm not really sure if that's like embarrassing. It was just kind of weird. I was like, do I smell like pickles or something? Like what's wrong with you? If you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be? I still feel very young. I don't feel like I'm like wise and have wisdom, although I have some wisdom. If I could like go back to like maybe my grade 8 self or my grade 9 self, my grade 10 self, I would probably say that it's okay to be different, it's okay to not agree with other people, and it's okay to voice your opinions. I never really felt like accepted by my friends. I never really felt like I was welcome to be me. And what I would say to my younger self is there's nothing wrong with being different from other people. I don't know, I think I did a pretty good job in high school, to be honest with you. I think I did a pretty good job staying true to myself regardless of what other people said or what other people thought of me. From my probably grade 11 and 12, I probably am like mostly the exact same as I am now. And that was like 4 years ago. So I guess that makes sense, but I feel very similar to myself in grade 11 as I do now. But there were moments when I would feel like so different from other people, and this is probably just like my teenage mind going crazy and like making me feel bad about myself. But I remember like really thinking in situations like, why do I not think like that? Why do I not want to go to a party and get wasted? Like what is wrong with me? And the reality is I just didn't need it, and I'm just different, and it's okay to be different. So I think that's what I would say to my younger self. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not be like everyone else. Be you and be proud of who you are. That's the biggest thing. Next question. Whoa, my hair just got big. I've got like a little bit of a whole bottle of shampoo in my hair, or dry shampoo, not. Okay. What's your favorite Florence and the Machine song? Oh snap, I can't. Oh, I will always have a place in my heart for Shake It Out. I feel that song has such an insane meaning. Like I have like laughed and danced that song. I've cried and listened to that song. Like I just love that song. And I also love from her new album, Various Storms and Saints. If you haven't heard that song, the lyrics are so beautiful, and everything that happens from them, I'm happy with. So I have a few questions that are a little bit more like advice-y questions specific to certain things, but I feel like they're going to apply to like more than just the person asking. This one in particular I wanted to answer because I've gone through this and I know what this is like. So I'm gonna read the question. It says, "Hi Emily, I need your advice. I'm currently an art major in college, so naturally I'm taking a drawing class. But over the last 8 weeks, I've realized that I completely dislike it and I'd rather do web design. Unfortunately, my professor believes that to be successful, I have to basically suck it up and continue drawing. I don't enjoy drawing anymore because of this class. Maybe I should change my major. What should I do?" The reason I want to answer this is because if you guys don't know, or if you haven't watched my videos for a while, I've actually switched my major 3 times. And so I know what it's like to feel almost shameful for not picking the right thing right away, and also feeling pressure to stay in the major that you've chosen. But the thing about college and university and anything like that is it's about you. It's about no one else but you. And if you're not happy doing what you're doing, you need to do something that will make you happy and change it. Change the situation to make it better for yourself, whatever that is that you need to do. I would say finish this semester and then switch your major, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's about you and no one else. It doesn't affect anyone else what you do your major in. Here's another one. Okay. My guy best friend that I think I'm catching feelings for is acting super distant since a few days ago. Our relationship consists of a lot of teasing, but he took it a bit far one time and I got hurt. I told him that I forgive him and that I'm over his jokes, but he's still acting cold. He told me that he really cares about me and is just upset with himself because he feels like a shitty person for making me feel bad. Now there's an awkward tension and I don't know how to deal. Okay, I've never been in a specific situation like this, but I know what it's like. And I think what the issue is that this guy is feeling embarrassed for what he's done. And it's really embarrassment is such a weird emotion. We don't even really talk about it that much. But I feel like when you're embarrassed, people deal with it in different ways. Some people might like overact kind or overact something. Some people might retreat into themselves and feel really shameful. And that's kind of what it seems like your friend is doing. What I would say to you is give him space if he needs space to process it, but also give him validation that you still want to be friends with him, if not more, if that's what you're looking for. And that, you know, just because he did this one thing doesn't make him a bad person or a bad friend to you. That would be my advice for that. Like I said, I've never been in a situation like that, but that's what I would do. Here's a really good question. I love this question. Do you feel lost in life still? Do you feel like you found your purpose? I'm 16 and really confused and lost about what I want to do with my life, and I hope that people older also felt this way. Girl, everyone feels that way. It doesn't matter if you're like freaking 10 or 45. People are always feeling lost. That is the most crazy, amazing thing that I've realized at this age right now, that everyone is lost in some way. Everyone is figuring it out just the same as you are, and you're only 16, so you're probably going to feel especially lost because you don't really know who you are right now. And the best advice I would say to you is to find yourself first. Find out who you want to be, find out who you are as a person, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you angry. Find these things and understand yourself. Do I feel lost in life? Of course I do. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I want to like be super honest about this because it's so okay to feel lost. It's so okay. I kind of feel like when you were a teenager, it's acceptable more so than when you become a little bit older. And even for me, I feel like it's more acceptable because I just say to people like, oh, I'm in university. And they're like, oh, so you're doing something with your life. And I'm like, am I? I don't know. Like, sure, whatever you want to think. I think it's just okay. It's okay, and accept it. Accept the fact that you don't know where you're going and what's going to happen tomorrow and what you want to do with the rest of your life. Yes, I am lost, and I think it's really important to remember that you're not alone, that everyone around you, like I said, is lost in some way. Understanding that other people are lost is really comforting, I think. So just do you, girl. I'm figuring it out day by day, and sometimes it's frustrating to not have any certain things in my life. Nothing is set in stone, but that's okay, and that's the beauty of life, is that nothing's set in stone. Anything can change at any moment. It's crazy. So, do you believe in astrology? I really don't know anything about astrology, so I don't know if I believe or not believe. I'm not really sure. I know I'm an Aries, and I've read like my description, and everyone I've met who I've told I'm an Aries who's like into astrology is like, oh, you're like textbook Aries, and I'm like, is that bad? Are you going to be doing any meet and greet in the future? Because I absolutely love you and would love to meet you. Oh my goodness, I want to do a meet and greet so bad because I just want to meet you guys. I just want to talk and like see your faces. Is that creepy? Yeah? Okay. I feel that I have a really cool community here. You guys are really kind and interesting and fun people. So I would love to meet like every single one of you. Realistically, I don't know when or where or how or why or what would happen to make this, to ever do this. And I think the nice thing about where my channel is right now is that it's small enough that if, you know, people came to a meetup to see me, we would actually be able to have full-on conversation, like go out, have coffee, like, you know, have a good time. Whereas I feel like when you get to be like successful on YouTube to a certain extent, like it becomes less personal because they're so big, there's so many people, it's just not possible to have a conversation with everyone, and I want to have conversations with you guys, and I want to get to know you, so I definitely want to have a meet and greet in the future, I guess, but I don't want to make, I don't know, there's something weird about meet and greets that kind of make me feel like I should be more special. Like you'll see me and be like, oh, she's so short, or oh, she has fat thighs, and I'll be like, yeah, that's me. You don't see it because I sit on a chair, joke's on you. No, I really want to. We'll see in the future. Maybe when I move, I can do like an East Coast meet and greet. That'd be so cool. I would love to just talk to you guys. What places in the world do you want to travel to? I would literally go anywhere. I'm a habitual person. I like to do things that I've done before that I feel comfortable with. So I always want to go to Hawaii. Like I'll go there any minute of every day. I love it there. Other than that, I really want to go to Europe. Of course, who doesn't? So I think those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. If I didn't answer your question, please leave it down below. I tried to answer all of them because, you know what? this video is long. I've got time, you've got time, we're here. So thank you all so much for leaving your questions. If you have any more questions for me, you can leave them down below on this video, or I will ask for questions in the future in a video. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. I hope you all are doing well, and yeah, bye guys!